Music washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. You know, these days, the choice of the master of ceremony goes a long way in contributing to the success of your event. It is so amazing how the MC's role has evolved over time. My guest today on My Music and I is a delight to meet. My name is Yetunde Atolagbe. Now, meet my guest, Abdu Smai.
Hello, my name is Abdu Bulama Smai. I was born in the month of July, way back. Studied my primary school in Maiduguri Primary School. It's Maiduguri actually, but the pronunciation goes with the same dialect, Maiduguri. And from there I moved to State Locust Primary School because my mom was the headmistress, so she was transferred to the next school, which of course I followed her because I was a mommy's boy. And then right after that I moved to the next primary school, and that is Europe Practicing Primary School, and then later finished in Shehu Gerbe Primary School. Right after that, well, I studied from Unity Boys College, which of course I later graduated there or finished there. Unity Boys College in Maiduguri, still within Borno State. It's government college per se. And right after that, I moved into the tertiary institution, which is the popular Ramat Polytechnic. And I read NCE TAC, that's National Certificate in Education, Technical. And right after that, I moved to the University of Maiduguri. Started with electrical and electronics engineering, but later, around part 2, going to 3, I discovered I'm actually an artist, not an electrical electronics engineer in the making. So I switched over and I moved to creative arts, and from creative arts, that was how I graduated with my BA in creative arts. And right after that, I moved to Bath Spa University in England, in the UK. And that's where I got my MA in fashion and textiles. And I'm back now in Nigeria. They discovered me in Ramat Polytechnic in one of these jump-up shows. So they invited me to University of Maiduguri. And that was where I discovered there were instrumental beats to songs. And right after that, I started composing rap, in Hausa. I think that was way back 1996. I don't know if any other Hausa rapper as of then, I know of Idris Abdul Karim was doing well in Kano at that time, and I could still remember some of the lyrics. Maybe in the course of the show I might give you some tips about that. And we're gradually from there, from music, I felt, because of the fact that I mimic different accents, from the local dialects we have in Maiduguri, like Kanuri and Bura, I started feeling, okay, if I can mimic these things, I can put them in the jokes, maybe sometime when I go on stage to MC a show or so. And so one day there was a program, and I think somehow something happened, the MC was not around, and some of my friends were like, hey, why don't you go on stage? You're very good in cracking people, in our classes, lecture theaters and what have you. So I went on stage, and something just, popped into my head that, why can't you just talk like somebody from America? And that was it. I just held the microphone and I just went, good morning, Nigerians. Right now, we have a lot of people here having a good time back here. And as a guy coming all the way from United States of America, I have a lot of stuff I want to tell you right now. And this is Unimate 1996, and we're about to have some fun here in Losa Club. And a lot of people thought, okay, maybe this guy has gone to abroad or something, but it was in Nigeria, we say Nawash. Even airport safe, I don't even know the direction where people go even go airport that time. So gradually, when I came down the stage, everybody's like, "Oh my God, have you been to America?" I said, "Oh yeah, I was together with some of my friends back at the airport, and I'll be going back there. And a lot of people are looking forward to see me back again, but I'll be coming back." Little did they know that, this boy, I'm in one Rama Polytechnic. I'm not even yet a student of the university, because of the show. So they started inviting me, and coupled with all those things happening, the next show, a lot of people came and they were asking me if I have another accent. And I remember in Maiduguri, the Kanuri people have an accent. Yawa, jaruma muna magana munzo mun dauka kure mure mangyab ya kare. Bura busko da miyan kukara ma mun janji musa a cikin kwano da muna lashiya no daddy wallahi aure. And they were like, "Oh, this guy can really get the Kanuri accent." And I was like, ba haka bane magana da kusa ne daidai ne haka ne muna so. Mu Kanuri are masamma, and then I met this Bura guy, and he's a Bura, by language, and they have this very strong accent, very nice people. If you try to play with me at Puktanga, everything must be through and thorough. We have to be very, very through, and these things. If you want to say anything, you have to be saying things that will be very, very in congratulatory mood. They have this very heavy accent, and so I begin to get the accents, and all of a sudden they started inviting me to shows, and when I go to shows and I have Margi people, different dialects. And then, from there I started moving to, the neighboring state, Yola. And Yola, they have these Fulani people. Wallahi, je muna tare da abin nan Musa ma. Ya ce za mu zo NTA za a ba mu interview nan daɗi ne. Kuma an ka ɗauki nono ka sha barci zai kama ka ci goro a kai. In ka ci goro za ka ga duk zai warware wannan zai maka daɗi ne. And so Michika people were there and they were like, kai ji mana. Ya yaro nan zai zo yana ta magana akan cewa za mu zo mu kwashe yaji nan kuma an ziraba ta kai a nan za ka gane bambancin kura da kare kenan, and so they were like, "Oh, this guy is just something else," and I said, I remember one Margi lady met me on stage and she was like, "Hey, can you give us the Margi accent?" And I gave her back and I said, "Yawa, kin sani mu Margi wannan muna so kifin da yayi wari yayi bum haka na wanda an ka saka ɗaya miya gaba ɗaya anguwa zai rikice za a ɗauka da yawa shi guda ɗaya ne." So the woman laughed, and from there people started to invite me. And for the fact that I've never seen the airport, and then all of a sudden there was a show that one Indian man wanted to to have some retailers, some consumers, like linked kind of business. And so the Indian man was looking for an MC, and then I said I can do it. So he invited me, but I first of all gave him some American accent, so he felt, okay, this guy must have traveled out. Not knowing that, I didn't even know the road to the airport at that time. So he now asked me, "Can you do it?" And I gave him the Indian accent. I said, "I'm trying to be very straightforward with you, because a lot of people are trying to get me to MC this program. But for the fact that I'm traveling out of the country, things are going to be perfect." The man say, "Oh, that is quite perfect. I have been trying to get somebody to talk to people sitting down and they will feel as if you have been to Bombay." And I said, and the Indians, they shake their head. "Oh, no, that is not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to say that anytime you give me a job, you're going to pay me not in Naira, not in rupees, you're going to pay me in dollars." People love to listen to music more. But if you have a very good start, if you are able to sit down and create a fresh joke that you integrate, you connect with the crowd in the beginning, then leave them thereabouts, not in the middle, but suspend them with that joke, understand? And then you give them the music. Well, people love music. Like me, if I go to weddings, I actually dance. I dance off. And people love to, you will have mixed, views and reactions about music. Some people love to be listening to music, but if you have good jokes that keeps the train going on, you will definitely think that everybody loves. There's a very good literal definition for music, but it was an influence to me, especially, way back in the 80s when we were very, very young. My dad used to, put us to a dancing competition with, our elder uncles, and especially my elder brother, and and those songs way back actually were not really the influence to me, but they are songs that I can't really forget. I'm talking about songs like Boney M, Diana Rose. Those are songs that They actually brought us to understand that music was a beautiful thing. My dad actually loves music. He loves James. Planned in life to be actually a comedian or an MC, but because life has a way of making you to move into a direction that you're actually supposed to be or destined to be. So thereabout in my early Rama Polytechnic days, even before the Polytechnic days, the Polytechnic shared same fence with the government college. I think there was a college of education like that, and on the other side we used to go for dancing competition, and that was when musicians or rappers like Heavy D were having hit songs like
An amazing Nigerian, I must say. To be an engaging master of ceremony in this dispensation really is a talent, and Abdul has this. Now, let's relax and listen more to Abdul as he shares his experiences as a master of ceremony and the songs that fascinate guests.
So there was a Briton that came, and he was speaking in Briton accent, and he asked me whether I could handle the crowd and all that, and I turned to him and I said, "Hello, mate. Is that the first time you've been here? I've been talking with this Indian man for a very long time, all right? So I try as much as possible to see I cut across the entire crowd sitting out there. But I've been to England. Now watch you, even airport I know see. I said I've been to England just a little while, and I've got a lot of people waiting patiently to make sure that whenever I pick the microphone, things are going to be really perfect. And you've got anything to say apart from the fact that I can handle the program, all right?" And the man said, "Oh," and he has this I don't know, is it a Liverpool kind of accent? And or is it Liverpool? Is it Central London? They say a lot of in it. Show flat. So you know what? I guess this guy can really handle this program, innit? A lot of people have been looking forward to get someone like you. And I said, "Well, I'm not really resident here. You have to pay for my flight." Nah, not the place really, So at the show, there were a lot of Igbos, Yorubas, and so they were like, "Say something in Igbo, say something in Yoruba, say something in Hausa," And one Igbo guy came and I said, "Nah, let me tell you something that is very tight and containable, okay? I am in this show because these people have paid me. And I want to do this thing not because of the fact that the show is very good. Because after the program, there must be something monetary. Something that I can put inside my wallet. So that in case I go to the shop and I'm together with Nketi, I will just ask her to take everything, just to put it on me. Okay? So the whole place was like, and the Yoruba guys, came and they were like, "No, you have to do Yoruba, you have to do Yoruba." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to drop something now." Because, so the shop, where people they work, now they take shop. And the next thing, the Yoruba people don't say, okay, we'll go. And Yoruba people, they spray money, but now 5 naira. It depends. If salary don't close, very close to salary, and now 5 naira, now you go see. But if they pay salary, God's willing, your wedding for like a week after that one, and if you get bigger or higher denomination. I love Yoruba people. That very dramatic. That is the reason why when I told the man, I said, "Baba, I want you to give me the possibility of me according this program in a way that it will be perfect." He said, it's not about the money. I say, Baba, it's about the money. Because if you don't give me something that I can put inside my pocket, I need to buy a wedu. When he heard Iwedu, that was he said, now you are talking something directly proportional to what I will eat today. I say, okay. That's why I love Yoruba people. Say 080 777 733 My experience as an MC, I think people prefer to listen to Nigerian music, more of Nigerian music, because peradventure you're playing any foreign music, which are also almost as good as, but Nigerians, I believe, that attend the wedding tend to prefer the Nigerian mix, especially the current ones. I strongly believe that people love Nigerian music because in the course of my Nigerian mix, I've discovered if you're not a professional DJ, you dare not bring any foreign jam in it unless it's something that it's trendy, And I strongly believe, to me, I love Nigerian music, and it's something that has really changed the pattern of weddings in Nigeria. You know, people come to the weddings, apart from celebrating with the couple, you know, they are looking forward to listen to good music. And I think it has really made, you know, a lot of impact on some people that have not even seen Nigerian music as, you know, as something that they could listen to. Some people love listening to cool music and foreign music, but I think by going to weddings, people get to, you know, feel that impact. Looking at this, I actually, on the Nigerian music thing, the Nigerian music industry has not just moved from, you know, from doing well, you know, to a progressive. It has moved to a point where it's so much appreciated around not just Africa, because I've schooled in England, in the UK, and I've seen how you'll be surprised how our white friends out there really love Nigerian music. I was so surprised. I almost, you know, was beaten down by one, I think she was a French lady in my friend's wedding that took place in London Central. I asked them, and luckily, you know, I asked the question. I said, why do you know this Nigerian dance, you know, this going down up? She said, oh yes, we love the Nigerian music, you know the banj? I said, yeah, I know the banj. She said, wow, we love the banj, you know, that, and you know, they don't know all this, what would I say, our pidgin, I have a confession. I said, yeah, I know the song, yeah. So she was like, and my number one is Move On Up. Move On Up by Cut It On by Michael Jackson. Rock With You. I wanna rock with you. I used to dance with Johnny Gills. Johnny Gills, Rub You the Right Way, and rub you the right way, touch, dun, dun, dun. You know, you go put beats. Contemporary music, well, the song, I know my friend will love me to say this. I love that song, Duro. That is a song by Corey Bello and Tiwa Savage. Yeah. You know I'm Ferrari. Of course, I can't forget that. Second, nah, that second is very tight. I like that second that I used to flush, you know, to the side like this. Second.
Very interesting, I must say. Very interesting indeed. I just had a nice time, and I am sure you did. So join me next time on My Music and I promise it's really going to be a moment to be enjoyed. My name is Yetunde Atolagbe. Bye for now.